What's going on, guys? Orms Forum coming at you guys today. We got a Week 10 matchup. The Washington football team versus the Detroit Lions. Washington's coming to Ford Field to come to Detroit, and we're going to do our preview. But first, we're going to start off with our injury report. For the Washington football team, we got quarterback Kyle Allen, who has an ankle injury, pretty gruesome one. He is out. Quarterback. Offensive tackle Jaron Christian got a knee, he is out as well. Linebacker Jared Norris with a hamstring, he's out. Wide receiver Dontrell Inman has a hamstring as well. He was limited at practice on Friday, but he is going to be labeled out. Wide receiver Jeff Badette, hamstring, questionable. Full practice on Friday though, so probably game time. And kicker Dustin Hopkins has a groin, he's questionable. He was limited as well on Friday. For them as well, linebacker Thomas Davis, the veteran, non-injury related. He's been a healthy scratch the last couple games, so we'll see what happens with him. Running back Antonio Gibson, the rookie, shoulder. All full goes on Friday, so they will probably be playing. I'm not sure what's going on with Thomas Davis, though. For the Lions, wide receiver Kenny Golladay has a hip injury. He is out. Utility guy Jamal Agnew does it all. Has a rib injury, questionable. Limited practice on Friday. Joe Dahl, the offensive guard, has a back thing going on. He's questionable as well. Limited practice on Friday. Linebacker Jared Davis has a knee. He's questionable. Limited practice as well. Tight end TJ Hawkinson, our stud tight end. He needs to play. He has a toe thing going on. Questionable. Limited practice as well. Offensive lineman Big V that we acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles has a foot thing going on. All year he's been hurt. He's questionable. He was limited as well on Friday. And defensive tackle Nick Williams has a shoulder, questionable. He didn't even practice Friday, so he's probably game time decision. We also got guys like Tyrell Crosby, our offensive tackle, with an ankle. Cornerback Mike Ford with a hip. Defensive end Everson Griffin, non-injury related, so he was probably resting. Linebacker Christian Jones has a knee. Safety Jaron Curse with an ankle problem. Cornerback Jeff Okuda with an ankle and a groin. Defensive tackle Danny Shelton with a chest thing going on. They were all full goes on Friday, so I can see all those guys will probably be playing on Sunday. Now I'm going to do the team rankings, guys. I'm going to get this off the bat. Washington offense, really bad offense, guys. Yards per game, they 306.4 for them. That ranks them 30th in the league. They only rush for 92.2 yards a game, what puts them at 29th. They pass for only about 214.1 yards a game. That puts them at 26th. And their points per game, they only score like under 20, 19.1 points, which ranks them at 30th. It's a really bad offense, guys. They do have a couple guys on offense that are ballers, though. But their defense, whole different story. They have a really good defense. The yards per game, they only give up 314.2 total yards, which puts them at 5th overall out of 32, which is really good. They only give up on the ground. Teams only rush against them 128.6, what puts them at 23rd. So you can run on this team. You actually can run on them, even though their defense is really good. Now their passing game's a whole other story. They only give up 185.6 yards a game, which puts them at number 1. They're an excellent passing defense, best in the league. Points per game, they give up 23.5 points, so it's really good. That ranks them at 11th. They have given up 30 plus points 4 times this year, so they do give up points, but they also can play lights out defense in certain spots. So they do have a good defense. Now on to the Lions. Our offense, yards per game, we have 359, it puts us at 20th. We only rush for 101.1 yards a game, puts us at 24th. We pass for about 257.9, what puts us at 15th, a little bit better than average. And we score 24.6 points a game, which ranks us at 19th. So we're top 20 there. Our defense, not too special as well. Yards per game, we give up about 392 yards a game, which puts us at 24th. Our defense on the ground, we give up on the ground 148.1 yards a game, which ranks us at 30th. Our passing defense gives up about 243.9 yards a game, which puts us at 18th, just below average. And we give up about 30 points a game, which puts us at 28th. So our defense is nothing special, man. Nothing special even going on this whole year, both these teams. But let's go down to the position matchups, and we'll talk about that. Okay, Washington quarterback, man, it's been a carousel there. It's been insane. They started off with Dwayne Haskins. He got benched. Then they went to Kyle Allen. He had a gruesome injury. Then they now going to Alex Smith. We all know about Alex Smith. This is the guy that broke his tibia and his fibula last year, shattered his leg in all kinds of pieces. Multiple surgeries, and when I say multiple surgeries on his leg, it was literally like 15 to 19 surgeries. I'm not even joking. Life-threatening too. At some point, almost cutting off his leg totally at one point. Didn't know if the guy was ever going to run or walk again. Now this guy's literally going to be starting. Now he's going to be starting as a quarterback in the NFL. It's an amazing story. It's insane that this guy is even walking around, let alone now he's going to be literally throwing the football around, and it's going to be against our beloved Lions. So he's not a bad quarterback, Alex Smith. He's really not. He's one of those safe guys. He's never been a stud. But this guy has a brand new leg, reconstructive leg, and he's playing well. He actually threw for over 300 yards last week against the Giants. And the Giants, they're not a good team, but they have an okay defense. Like, they're not great, but just to even do that, it's just amazing that he's going to be playing. It's a feel-good story. Washington gives up a lot of sacks, though, so we'll see what happens there. He got sacked like 6 times last week against the Rams. I think it was the Rams they played, or 2 weeks ago, or whenever Washington played last. I forget when he played last, but they gave up a bunch of sacks, and he took like 6 of them, Alex Smith. So that leg's there. It's strong. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's a real feel-good story. He's going up against Stafford. Stafford should be playing. He had a neck thing going on, a head thing, concussion. Guy's been through so much this year. But I'm going to have to give the edge to Matt Stafford here, guys. He's the better quarterback. I think he's been a better quarterback over his career, and I think now that with Alex Smith a little bit banged up, he's even more better. So I'm going to give the edge to Detroit Lions and Matthew Stafford. So check mark goes to them. Now we'll go to the running backs. Start off with Washington first. They got a rookie, Antonio Gibson, pretty good rookie. J.D. McKissick, more of that receiving threat. He's really good through the air. He's shifty. He used to be a Detroit Lion as well. And I thought he was a good player. I thought that guy was a guy the Lions never should have got rid of, but whatever. They did. Then they got Peyton Barber, who's more of your smash mouth kind of running back. He doesn't really catch a lot of balls, but gets those tough yards on the ground. Going up against our guys, DeAndre Swift, Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, and you throw in Jason Kabinda as a blocking fullback, catch a pass or 2 a game, whatever. I'm gonna have to give the edge to the Detroit Lions. The X factor being KJ. I think he's the better of Peyton Barber, between him and Peyton Barber. Even though I like Antonio Gibson as a rookie and I like J.D. McKissick as a receiving threat at running back, I think Swift is the better running back than anybody on Washington. So, and then KJ's that X factor. So we got 3 versus their 3. I would take our squad over theirs. It's not a clean sweep, but I would take them. So the check mark goes to the Detroit Lions running back core. Now let's go to the wide receivers. We'll start off with the Washington Redskins. They got Terry McLaurin, kid from OSU, second-year guy, stud wide receiver, small guy, about 5'10", 210 pounds, not even. Speed to burn, good hands, good route runner. Guy would be a top. Personally, I think this kid would be a top, probably 7 wide receiver in the league if he was on a really good football team. He is really good. He's pretty much their only big time threat, and he still produces out a pretty good volume. Now they got Cam Sims, another wide receiver, Steven Sims Jr., Isaiah Wright, Jeff Badette, who was called up from the practice squad, hasn't had any targets this year, but he could get a couple tomorrow. There's a lot of injuries to their wide receiving core, guys. Antonio Gandy-Gold, another rookie they drafted, and Dontrell Inman, who's been on a couple teams over the years. Basically, their number 2. He's hurt as well. So we'll go to our wide receivers now. Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, Marvin Hall, Quintez Cephas, the rookie, and Jamal Agnew, who's questionable, but he should be back. If not, Danny Amendola will be taking over kicking duties. Now we got Golladay out as well, which hurts. I'm thinking Mohamed Sanu gets activated off the practice squad on this game. I don't see why he wouldn't. I just don't know who they're going to sit. Probably Cephas if they do. Even though Sanu probably does not know the playbook very well, he's only had like a week or so to practice with the team. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to give the slight edge to the Detroit Lions. I'm going to give that because I think we have a better group. Even though I love Terry McLaurin over there, he's going to be a problem for them tomorrow. But as a group, I like the Detroit Lions. Check mark Detroit Lions. Now we're going to the tight ends. They got Logan Thomas over there, who's their starting guy now. I think that's their second go around with him. I'm pretty sure he was a Detroit Lion as well last year for a year or two. Then they called up a kid named Tamarick Henningway. Don't know much about him. Jeremy Sprinkle too as well. Versus our guys, TJ Hawkinson and Jesse James. I'm going to give the edge to the Detroit Lions and Hawkinson. I think that unit is a lot better. Hawkinson, I'll take over Logan Thomas any day of the week. So check mark goes to the Detroit Lions. Now on to the old line. This might be a little makeshift. They had an injury to their old lineman as well. Who was hurt for them? Old lineman. Jaron Christian is out, so they got their left tackle Cornelius Lucas, left guard Wes Schweitzer, center Chase Roulier, right guard Brandon Scherf, who's not a bad guard, and right tackle Morgan Moses. Versus our guys, left tackle Taylor Decker, left guard Jonah Jackson, center Frank Ragnow, right guard Big V, I will say his name one day, and right tackle Tyrell Crosby. I'm going to give the edge to the Detroit Lions. I think they're the better unit. They're better in pass protection, I feel, and they run the ball just a little bit better than they get more of a push than the Washington football team. So check mark goes to the O-line and the Detroit Lions. Now on to the defense, guys. This is where it gets tricky again. By the way, that was a clean sweep by the Lions on offense. Clean sweep. Check marks all aboard. Now the defense is a whole other story over here, guys. Now I'll go with them. Washington. They have a phenomenal defensive line. Their defensive line is one of the best or the best in the league, in my opinion. They are really good. It starts off with Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle, who can play the run, get a couple sacks here and there, but he's more of a run stuffer, but he's just a good player. Montez Sweat, who's turned into a really good defensive end. He's their sack guy right now. Daron Payne, another defensive tackle. Another guy that can stuff the run and do some things, create some problems. Then you got Chase Young, the promising rookie out of OSU, who can get to the quarterback, who's athletic, who's just a freak in nature. And then they got Ryan Kerrigan, another defensive end who can still at age 32 can get to the quarterback, do some things. Then they got a kid named Tim Settle, a guy named Tim Settle, defensive tackle. He could get to the quarterback as well for a DT. Got like 3 or 4 sacks on the year, so he's solid. And then Ryan Anderson, another defensive end, and then they got a rookie named James Smith Williams, another D end. Now, you know who we got, guys. Romeo Okwara, Danny Shelton, Everson Griffin, who needs him to step up. Nick Williams, hopefully he plays. John Penasini, Deshaun Hand, and Austin Bryant, the kid. Hopefully he can play tomorrow and make some noise tomorrow. But I'm giving the check mark here, guys, to the Washington football team. They have a great D-line. It's not good. It's great. It could be a problem for the Lions big time tomorrow. Now, going up against the linebackers now. Look at the linebackers. They got John Bostic over there, another former Lion. Cole Holcomb, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Sean Dion Hamilton, Thomas Davis Sr., guy that's been a healthy scratch, and Kaliki Hudson. Going up against our guys, Jamie Collins Sr., Jelani Tavai, who's terrible. I'm done with him. Christian Jones, Reggie Ragland, Jared Davis, Jalen Reeves-Maven, who's more of a special teams guy, and Miles Killebrew, two really good special team guys, but that also play linebacker. Now, it's really weird with this defense. They have a really good defense, okay? You can run on this defense, though. You can run on them. They live and die by the sack. They live and die by it. They have a really good defensive line, like I said. Their linebackers are okay. There's nothing special about their linebackers, but I'm just going to give the edge to the Washington Redskins. Bostic's a little bit of a stat stuffer. He can produce a lot of tackles. He'll get a couple sacks. He's a blitzing linebacker, so he's not a bad linebacker. I just think that they have the better overall unit over there. I'm not sold on our defense, man, at all. Nobody should be. Now let's go to the DBs, guys. They got Ronald Darby, that's a cornerback. Cameron Curl, another safety. Jimmy Moreland, a corner. Troy Apke, another safety. Kendall Fuller, who's probably their playmaker. He's got about 4 or 5 interceptions on the year. Pretty good corner. He'll probably be locked up on Marvin Jones all game. And then DeShazor Everett, another safety. Fabian Moreau, another cornerback. Danny Johnson, another corner. And Jeremy Reeves, who's another safety. Going up against our guys, you know who our guys are. Tracy Walker, the safety. Okuda, the cornerback. Deron Harmon, another safety. Will Harris, another safety. Amani Aurorier, another young corner. Jaron Kearse, safety. Desmond Trufant, another corner. Justin Coleman, corner. CJ Moore, who's a really good special teamer, plays some safety. And then Mike Ford, who's a young corner as well. Like I said before, the same thing with the linebackers with Washington. Nobody really jumps out on the page to me. Nobody really jumps out. Kendall Fuller's a bit of a playmaker who can make some plays. But other than that, they don't really have a fantastic unit. They don't have a great core. It's good. It's good because they're number one passing defense in the league. But they live and die by this D-line. They live and die by it. But it makes that secondary better. So I'm going to have to give the edge to the Washington football team here. It's not by a lot. I think anybody could succeed and be phenomenal with that D-line in Washington. I just think they could. So I'm going to give the edge to the Washington football team, and it's a clean sweep for the defense for Washington. So clean sweep for the Lions on offense, clean sweep for the Washington football team on defense. That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes, guys. Now, let's talk about the game, man. There's not some of the key points of the game. I think you're going to have to protect Stafford. Like I talked about, this is a D-line that's relentless. They come after you. They want to punish you. They want to hit you all day, and that's what they do. They've done it all year. Even though they're 2-6, that's what they do. So you have to protect Stafford. You have to protect him, because if you don't, you're just gonna pay. You know, that D-line in Washington is a force, man. But you can run the ball. You can run the ball against them. They're 23rd in the league against the run. So it's possible to run against them. You just have to establish a run. Bevel has to run the ball down this team's throat, not get cute. You can't drop Stafford back 30, 35 times. You can't. If he's dropping back 30 plus times, they're losing the ball game. In my eyes, they're going to lose the football game. They have to establish the run. And you have 3 running backs that are capable of doing it. Like, if Bevel gets stupid here, he should be gone on Monday. So, run the ball. Okay? Now, Washington D, I said, is excellent, but you can run on them. So, you got to get Swift, Peterson, KJ involved all game. All game. I only want to see Stafford running this, drop it back to pass 20 times. Under 25 times. That's success. And then on defense, we just got to get to Smith. We got to get to Smith. We got to hit him all day. I'm not trying to be douche here, but that guy's on one leg. Okay, he's on one leg. Hit him all day. Make him feel uncomfortable. Blitz him. Get in his face. You know what I mean? And then somehow shut down McLaurin and Gibson. You could probably have a better time shutting down Gibson, but he's a pretty good running back. He does a lot. He's a big kid. He's a decent runner. He doesn't have a bunch of yards this year. I think he only has one game over 100. but he does it all well. He's a good runner. He's a really good receiver. So he does a lot of good things. So you have to somewhat shut down McLaurin and Gibson. Really, really focus on McLaurin. You got to focus on him mostly. You shut him down, you're going to win the football game. Okay, guys, it's really that simple. It's not simple, but that's what you have to do as a defense, man. Now my prediction, I'm picking the Detroit Lions to win this game. I'm picking them to win this game. They can't beat the 2-6 Washington Redskins. You know, who has a really good defense. Okay, they do, but they have given up 30+ points 4 times. It's not like they haven't done it. It is a good defense. You have to respect that defense, though. But you can score on them. You definitely can run on them. Passing is a whole other story. Okay, we don't have Kenny Golladay. I don't really see how we're going to succeed passing. Marvin Jones hasn't done much all year. TJ Hawkinson's going to have to be huge tomorrow. Huge. You know what I mean? He's going to have to be really big. He's the X factor tomorrow on offense, protecting Stafford and TJ Hawkinson and running the ball. It's a mixture. But you know what I'm getting at. But I'm taking the Detroit Lions, guys. 24-21 Detroit Lions. That's what I'm going with. Don't feel all that comfortable. I can't, you know what I mean? We can't beat a 2-16. I don't know what to tell you anymore, man. I'll be coming on here again Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever I am, screaming my face off, yelling, hooting and hollering, kicking the cat. You know what I mean? I won't do that. But you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. You just play some fundamental football. You should come out winning. We're at home. Get a win at home. They haven't won at home since they played the Giants. That's like last year, I think. Last year, the Giants. One of their wins. One of their 3 wins they had last year. So try and get the 4-5 tomorrow. Try and get the 4-5 tomorrow, guys. Detroit Lions. They should beat the Washington football team. If they don't, who knows what I'm going to say on my Aftermath show. But that's what I'm predicting, guys. 24-21 Detroit Lions. We'll see what happens. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for listening to the video. Hope you guys got a little good information out of it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom right. Hit my notification bell. Hit all. Get all my videos. Like and comment. Negative, positive. I'll be coming at you. Even you Minnesota Vikings fans who came at me. A few of you guys came at me last week, which is good. And I came right back at you. All right, guys. So thanks a lot. Go Lions. Boom.